We are breaking down the Penn State offense. We got the right guy to do it. Marty Leap from Penn State Rivals. You see his Twitter handle on the screen. You can follow his work right there. Penn State gets it going mid-March in Happy Valley. And these two running backs that we've seen now for two full seasons, uh, they're what you would think is going to be a rarity in college football going forward. The two guys are going to stick together, be on the same team, share the load for an entire career. And of course, they have yet to show that, but they certainly seem content in continuing on their careers at Penn State. And of course, we're talking about Nick Singleton and Katron Allen.
Yeah, and the staff last year as the season went on, there was always quiet confidence that they were going to be able to get Nick Singleton back for one more year. And I don't think anyone expected Katron Allen to be back. I think everyone thought Allen was going to go pro. And then he decided to return. And, you now look at ahead to 2025 with, arguably the best running back duo in the country behind what we're going to get into is a very deep, talented, experienced offensive line. And, you mentioned it being a rarity in college football, which it is. But I also think, if you're Penn State, what you sell to these two, what you sell to backs in the future, hey, look at shelf life of backs in the NFL. You come here, yeah, you're splitting carries with a guy, but look at last year. Katron Allen had 220 carries, Nicholas Singleton 172. Look at a guy like Ashton Jeanty. What did he have? 400 or 500 carries. That's a lot less tread on those tires when you get to the NFL. And I think that can be beneficial. And one thing that's going to be fun with Singleton and Allen as well is if they both stay healthy, they're going to finish their careers number 1 and number 2 in school history in rushing yards. They're both within, I think Allen is within just a hair over 1,000 yards, and Singleton's about 900 yards. Maybe they're flipped, but both of them are about 900 to 1,000 yards away from the school record. So if they stay healthy, they're going to finish 1-2 in school history in rushing yards. And I just think that's a really cool thing to have two guys who play 4 years together, 4 very successful years. Well, you still be 4 very successful years with what the expectations will be for 2025, and to finish 1-2 in career rushing yards, especially at a school like Penn State that, it's not like Penn State isn't known for producing great running backs or something. So, you look at all the backs that have come through Penn State in the last 40 years to say you're 1-2 all time in rushing yards and you did it playing together. That's a pretty cool thing. So that'll just be one of those kind of under the radar things for fans to watch this year.
Who sizes up as the number 3 guy or anybody else that is significant in this room?
Yeah, 2 true freshmen from this past year to watch, Corey Smith and Quentin Martin. Corey Smith got a decent amount of playing time in his 4 games to preserve the red shirt in mop-up duty this year when he could. Averaged, I think, around 7 yards a carry. Showed some really good stuff, some really good burst, some really good wiggle. And then Quentin Martin was banged up last year, battled some injuries. Excuse me, there's a real possibility had he been healthy, he might have been the 3rd running back last year and saw some more playing time. Former 5-star recruit from the Pittsburgh area. So again, 2 backs are very high on. And I think what excites them most with that duo is Corey Smith is another guy who I think came in ahead of schedule. And he's from Wisconsin. I know when he committed to Penn State, a lot of people were surprised because, hey, you have a 4-star running back from Wisconsin. You're going to go to Wisconsin. And he didn't. He picked Penn State. Showed some really good things last year. So, I mean, the future of the running back room, even with the change of running back coach, is still in really good hands with Corey Smith and with Quentin Martin in that room.